A Northampton imam who admitted to the forced marriage of two underage children somehow avoided jail. Marnie told Northampton Crown Court that he was just unaware that the law had changed 9 months earlier when he conducted what's called a nikah ceremony, a form of marriage under Islamic law, for two 16-year-olds in November 2023. The teenagers had approached Osmani after being turned away by another mosque. Now, the 52-year-old pleaded guilty to 2 counts of causing a child to enter into a marriage and was handed a 15-week jail sentence. But get this, he's had it suspended for a year, so he's a free man. Now, the government received 572 forced marriage inquiries in 2024, the majority of which were related to Pakistan. And between 2020 and 2022, the number of honour-based offences, which of course includes forced marriage, recorded by the police, surged by more than 60%. Joining us now is the culture reporter and activist Khadija Khan. Khadija, thank you very, very much. How on earth has this imam avoided prison?
I mean, this is incredible, really, that we are living here in a free democratic society, and we are literally following, Sharia law by letter. I mean, before the recent changes in the law, it was a requirement to obtain parental consent for someone who is 16-year-old. The imam clearly did not obtain this consent before conducting the nikah ceremony. And regardless of whether the law has changed or not, I don't see how this nikah was conducted, in accordance with the British law in any form of shape, because he did not ask for the parental consent even if he wasn't aware of the new changes. Hence, the claim that he was ignorant of the changes in the law is no defense at all, because the nikah was conducted according to the laws and requirement defined by Sharia and Islamic jurisprudence, according to which once a girl reaches puberty, it is permissible in Islam to marry her off.
We only know about this because this guy got caught. How often is stuff like this happening, potentially even with younger kids?
We don't know the actual scale of this issue, to be very honest, because the marital ceremonies that take place in Sharia councils, they are not registered under the British law. Therefore, we have no, data that can tell us how many people they have entered in these kind of marriages, underage people who have been married, under the Islamic law in Sharia Council. So we don't have the data. And we have to understand this one thing, that Sharia, that is the Islamic law, it's at odds with a British law. It is not compatible with British law at all when it comes to marital laws related to marriage. While Islam is a religion, it also restricts individual liberties that are considered fundamental human rights in a free democratic society such as ours. Freedom, democracy, justice, they serve as a core values of free Western societies. And in contrast, Muslim majority countries where laws, tradition, and rituals are based on Islamic teachings, they often do not uphold these universal values. And sadly, we have the same Sharia law system here in Britain in form of Sharia councils.
Absolutely. Khadija, thank you very, very much. Always great to have you on the show and have your wisdom when it comes to these subjects. Khadija Khan there, who's a culture reporter and activist. That imam pleaded ignorance. I would say he's pleaded arrogance, not bothering to find out what the law of the land is in the country that you live in and just pressing ahead with whatever you think a higher set of laws are based on your religion. I do put it to you, if a Christian had married off a child, I do think that they'd be behind bars. But anyway, speaking during the court case, Ashraf Osmani's defence barrister, James Gray, said that there had been no intention to defy the law. He asked for their passports precisely so he could check their dates of birth. Had he known that the law had changed, he simply would not have done it. Not merely a man of good character, he spent his life encouraging others to lead decent lives. This case has already caused him great shame, and he's had to step down as a trustee of the mosque. Oh.